How many of your male friends or family members have told you that they have a mental health concern? Like, I got anxiety, I'm bipolar, I'm certified something not right in the head. Like, how many of your
You know what's crazy?
male
My brain went
counterparts?
like, yo,
Certified mudhead. Holy.
there was a time during COVID I wasn't making no paper or something. I was depressed. Anyhow, side quest.
That's not it, bro. Nah.
Side quest. Okay, how
Like
many people do
they
I know?
basically are describing to you that they're suffering from some kind of chronic mental health ailment
And they're my friends?
or family.
No, I'm
member.
not.
Don't keep those friends.
Men. This one is specifically
Okay,
for
yeah,
men.
hear what. I don't have any friends that are over here representing mental illness, see?
Okay.
But I do have friends that have gone through some great depressions, almost fucking up their families.
What?
feel like
That
those
would,
are all-
that
I
would
feel
kind
like
of
the-
count.
I don't know, fam. It's kind of the action.
Did they admit to it?
This
Though? I
wasn't
just
a
want to
mental-
know if this person told you.
They're the same
I'm
friends.
depressed.
They're the
Let me
same
get it.
friends that don't want to tell them they have a problem.
Hold on. Let me get you. This has nothing to do with mental illness, fam. They became mentally unwell or sad or depressed because of their own actions.
But wouldn't that like
And the actions they were committing had nothing to do with
Okay,
it.
while it may be their fault, like that's still not like part of my question. I just want to know if they took it upon themselves to reveal to you that they were experiencing this mental health concern. Not that you observed that they were going through crisis. That's not what I'm asking you.
That's what I
I want to know if they took it upon themselves to make that declaration. Like, fam, I have anxiety, I have depression, I'm bipolar, whatever the case. And any of your male friends or family members say that to you. If so, how many?
I've never had that say to me, but yo, hear what? If you're in my family, you're in my branch, and you're not feeling right,
don't
Yo, go
even
talk to
call
my
this
dude,
guy.
see?
Don't
She's a
even
therapist.
call this guy,
don't.
bro. Don't call this guy.
I just-
I don't know,
They
just off the back end of that, like,
they know when they have dysfunction. Don't call.
You
this
call
guy.
my mom, nigga.
your last 2 minutes of speaking could not be in a mental health awareness commercial. Like, it just wouldn't
was a
go over
promo,
well.
nigga.
This guy gave out messages. My friends, yo.
Like, imagine at the end of that speech, they just give out your phone number. Nobody's calling that, bro.
They know better.
Exactly. That's my point.
Fam, I want my niggas in top
Okay,
tip
so
shit.
your answer is nobody. Zero.
His
Nobody-
answers talk to his dukes. That's his answer.
Yo, if you're depressed, talk to my dude. Say she'll deal with you. Therapy, sick. I'll give you a sick family discount rate.
But as far as you know, nobody within your circle of male friends, family members has come to you and expressed they got a mental health issue.
I had a brethren that said he needed to talk to my mom because he wasn't doing too well, but then he
That
figured out
doesn't
his
count.
problem.
I'm not doing too well. Doesn't count. They have to say like, bro, I have something wrong.
No,
Talk
fam.
to him
Okay, so
about
no,
No
All
it.
right, boom.
diagnosis.
You.
What's up?
Your brethren
Same
been formally
question.
diagnosed?
Okay, wait, hold up.
Okay, let me just ask the question. I'm not even gonna look at you. I'm only going to look at you
diagnosed
right
in my
now.
ear. I was like, yo.
I'm even gonna put this hand up just because it feels better.
Yo.
Have you had any of your male friends or family members express to you that they have a mental health condition or concern?
Hold on.
Concern? Yo, the man
Yeah, so maybe he doesn't have a diagnosis, but yo, something's not right, fam.
Your brethren
I don't know what it is, but it's
couple of my
not
brethren-
okay up here.
A couple of my brothers have not been all right up there.
I didn't ask you if you observed it.
No.
I said
No, they
he has
told-
to say it
no,
to you.
they told me.
Oh, they said it to you.
I observed it, and then they had to tell me.
And I told him to.
He told
You
me
don't.
to.
I said this. I was doing this. It's not your turn, bro.
And it's crazy where he observed from. He observed from so far.
Far up here. Like, you know, like he's looking down.
Yo, he did. That's exactly what he did.
Say, call your brethren better fix up.
How
man.
many? How many times has this happened?
See your
Like,
brother's Snapchat?
well, if he's not concerned, I am.
All right, go ahead.
So how many of them have
Yo.
told you themselves that they have these
Holy.
concerns?
It's a one still.
Like a one? Okay.
Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna ask you,
Yo.
in all your experience with women, how many women have told you that they suffer from some kind
Bear,
of mental
can't lie.
health concern? This guy's about to run out of
I
hands.
got like
fingers,
four.
and
I got
feet.
like 4 off jump.
This is why there's so many PA days you never heard of.
Fam, I feel like they be taking mental PA days. Yo,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even talk to dysfunctional women. Like, oh, you're depressed, you say.
But like other women, like I didn't say like no, hold on. I didn't say that you have to be in a long-standing relationship. I'm just talking. You could have
This
been
guy
on one
smells
date.
dysfunction.
You could have been on one date with this woman. Okay, it don't matter in your interactions with
Buddy.
women. how many women have told you that they have a mental health condition or concern? That they
Yo,
have
let me tell you
anxiety,
something. No.
or bipolar.
Yo,
Let me
you
tell
gotta
you,
let them
hold on.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
You said you could have gone on one date with this, and if you were on one date with me and start confessing your mental fuck ups, buddy, this would be our last date.
Some of them start off pretty early, fam.
I'm not gonna lie, that's not the introduction you want
Yo,
with me.
funny as hell.
Nobody has come and said, yeah, so you say I'm a little mad still. Nobody's
No woman has told you that she got anxiety or she's bipolar or she's
Killer
depressed,
Kung Fu Wolf, bitch.
or
Nah,
Nothing?
not talking to me, bro.
I just know better. How about you? Well, I saw you just doing math in the air. Like,
Yo,
Count all the kids.
I've heard a lot of things. I've just heard, bro. Just
so very
What have
many.
you heard, fam? Yeah, yo, give me an example of things you've heard.
just depression is a big one. Like depression. Yeah, I can't lie like that.
Postpartum?
Even that. Yo, even the economy, just the way the economy is going is just killing people's spirit too. Postpartum's there too, fam. What you want me to say? Like, there too, fam.
That postpartum.
I don't even try to stay. I'm not even. You know what I'm saying?
They seem to collide on the same day. As soon as she wakes up and they're not at school, my postpartum's kicking in.
Yo, you niggas are wild. Yo, it's a hard knock life.
Yo. Okay, why I asked the question in the order that I asked it is because, in relation to the topic, I don't have many friends who have revealed this or family members. Maybe like one or two is like, yo, they're going through some shit. They're a little bit depressed. That has
Y'all be
happened.
laughing at my life. Eh?
But in terms of women that I've experienced, like, yo, a lot of them have told me they either got anxiety, they're bipolar, or fucking they're depressed, or
Bipolar,
a postpartum,
depression.
or
Yeah.
bro, I've just heard like on
One
the
thing.
female side
One
versus
thing.
the male side of people I've interacted with, like, yo, they're a lot less happy and less stable on the female side, just from my experiences.
You know what's crazy? One thing told me that. And that was after we were talking. So it's like, we weren't even like, you know what I'm saying? But she gave you like, you have to get medicated. Depression.
Yeah.
What my cousin tell her though?
Fix up.
That's why they don't tell you anything, bro.
Yo,
That's why you had the least to say on this topic. They weren't comfortable. This is not the time or
the
the
man
place.
paused. The man about gonna say something important, bro.
Yeah, one thing told me that. Nothing. My whole life. Fam, I've been alive for like 30 years. I'm like, yo, fam, I haven't talked to depressed people.
I don't know. I've just come across.
They just don't depress
Now,
around
mind
me.
you, I've also
I'm an uplifting nigga.
I've been around some happy women as well. You know what I mean? So I have some comparatives. But I've noticed, like, in my interactions with women compared to my interactions with men,
Now,
there
hear what?
seems to be a lot more instability
So
with
hold
the
on.
women. They seem to suffer from more of these ailments.
Now, you don't like my diagnosis, but I've been on some dates in my life where I made some observations. You get what I'm saying? And like, it's easy to spot dysfunction. Like a woman will tell you she's dysfunctional or mentally unwell without even saying it.
Example.
Yes.
Example.
Example.
I want to hear an example.
Like telling you,
On a date, what did they do?
holy fam. Like, yo, see how
There's
this
a lot
guy-
of. I'm not gonna lie. I know what he's. I don't mind the observation,
I
but
want
for
the-
the question, I didn't want them. But yeah, what the hell? You can definitely see someone suffering right in front of you.
Yeah, but I want to.
Yeah,
I want to
okay,
know
put it
what
like this,
they
put it
said
like-
to my cousin.
No, you just, for example, you tell me your dating history, for example. You know what I'm saying? Or like, yo, like, boom, how did we end up sitting across here? What's life been like for you? And then you hear the stories. I'm like, a lot. That's what you've been through. That's what you're talking
She
to.
starts off, "Oh, it was my life. I had to fight," and then you already know mental health
Wading in
problems,
the
bro.
water.
Fam, when you ask some of these women about their dating history, it sounds like slavery. Like you were just emancipated. Wow, tell me more about
Say
it.
you-
Like, fam, it sounds terrible.
Or even like, yo, there's this one experience. It was like a one and done date, whatever. A thing she told me like she dated a cuck or something for like a extended period of time. Oh no. He wasn't a cuck. He was gay for pay. She dated someone who was gay for pay. He was a personal trainer in like Hollywood or some shit or LA or some shit, and obviously did extra favors. And the reason she dated him is because he would like it was their money. Like I guess she would profit off of him.
She's pimping him.
No,
Sort of.
Yeah,
Like not exactly, but I see
No,
where
don't get me
you're
wrong.
going
I
with
said
it.
the same. I said you're pimping him.
She's living off the avails.
So it's like, like that's her boyfriend, I guess. but she's benefiting like, oh, we would just live a lavish life or do expensive things. You get what I'm
So
saying?
she's
But
allowed-
he was gay for pay, and like, I'm like, you could like, I'm listening to you speak. I'm like, you like what?
So he's allowed to do
so-
something strange or a piece of change. And
To
she
be
gets to
fair,
change.
I would not regard that as an example of a mental health condition.
No, because
However, it is an
hold on. I
example
wasn't even
of
done. I
like
wasn't even done.
dysfunction.
There was
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, a whole bunch, fam. It was a whole bunch. And then yeah. So it was like that was one. And then it moved on from a nigga being gay for pay, and then she ended up with some drug dealing nigga that beat her up and then ended up in jail. And
This
and
chicken is
She
cold.
ended up in jail.
he ended up in jail. But then she still really liked. I think, bro, I don't know the liking the gay for pay thing, but then having a problem with like she, I don't know, bro. It was too much. It was like I said, it was a long time ago, and I just red flags are going off. Like you're doing this, and it's like the self unawareness. You get what I'm saying? Because then you'll ask pivotal questions like, oh, like do you respect like. Did you respect anybody you're with or and this and that? And you ask them like actual questions that of substance aside from just letting them speak. And you realize like, yo, how you feel, what you actually feel and like think, and then what you live, they're not in conjunction. They're not in alignment. Like you are putting yourself in situations that aren't like you don't respect nor do you favor them, but like for the benefit of I guess material, but like you're still very unhappy, so you're still doing fuckery and still looking for other things. Like it's just like it's a mess when you see actions and emotions, and you ask people real questions, they act like you're asking the most serious questions of life. Like ask somebody when's the last time you've experienced fucking happiness in a relationship. Genuine happiness. And then they ask like you fucking dismantled them like, oh my gosh, I was never happy. And like shit like that. Like, I don't know, just overall self-unawareness. I've observed a lot of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't regard that as a mental health issue, but I definitely think there's a lot of women, there's a lot of people that are completely unaware of
Yes.
who they are in the world,
And what they want.
what they want, where they're going, how their statements align with their actions or don't align with their actions. Because you'll like in similar conversations, you'll have a woman tell you that she wants to get married and have kids, and you ask about her dating history, and then you got gay for pay, and she had a sugar daddy, and her
Yeah,
last
everything
man,
is contradictory
it
to
was
what she
UFC
says she
every
wants.
single night.
So what are you?
She's had 17 abortions.
I would
It's
ask
crazy.
you. That's
Buddy,
a crazy.
that's a kill streak.
That's like
Not literally, but you know what I mean? Just eating Plan Bs. Like you like girls too sometimes. Like none of it is conducive to your goals of having a family with a man only.
Yeah, but then they want that one man to see the gold in them and say, no, I'm going to save you from this. Raise him
that
up.
was then. This is now.
Yeah.
I'm going to save you from your own dysfunction.
Yeah.
Anyhow, carry on.
So do you think like that's like I guess like a two-part question. So do you think that men are just less comfortable expressing that they have mental health issues and that's
Yes.
why we don't know about it?
100%.
And also conversely, do you think that women are encouraged
To have
To-
problems.
Yeah, like basically, like the society encourage women to dwell on their negative experiences, which they then describe as like them having a mental health issue or
So to answer that, I would say that yes, I agree that society does not encourage men to express themselves as like, I don't know, just men think, look at the suicide rates, for example, right? Men have the highest suicide rate, especially around like Christmas time, for example, right? I don't know, I think that's like suicide itself is pretty indicative of a mental health crisis, I think. I think if you're taking your own life due to like your own unsatisfaction, your own depression, that's a mental. Would you not deem that as mental illness or a mental
oh no,
crisis?
that's 100%
All right,
mental
cool.
illness.
So if we're looking at the statistics proportionally, it's not even comparable, right? Do I feel like women are? I feel like society encourages women to express, and through this expression, we see a large lack of accountability.
that develops into anxiety.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I definitely feel like they're encouraged to dwell on.
You know what it
negative
is too? I
experiences.
feel like with the expression and the lack of accountability, it's like almost like it's like taking your power away. Like, oh, I'm not, I can't be wrong because I don't have no power. It's like they become
Yeah.
almost victims
they're
of their own
united
circumstances.
on the idea of like you cannot ever make me wrong for anything. You know, no matter what happened, it was somebody else's fault. They did that to you. Even if it was your fault and it's proven, you still have trauma from that because it was a bad experience. You know?
100%.
And it just feels like they're encouraged to like, instead of work on the problem and get over it, live through it. Like every one of their actions must be dictated by this previous lived experience.
Well, think about it. Even in the D, so yo, I'm just saying, in relation to the like when I'll bring it back to DDG and his baby mom situation, like he was a man simply expressing himself or expressing his situation to the internet, right? Obviously, it's not encouraged, and he was like they try to bash him for that. They're like, oh, why are you're a man? Why are you taking your problems to the internet? In the same fashion, where if that exact same behavior was exhibited by the woman in the situation, she would be uplifted.
Yeah.
No, make the behavior, make the action the exact same. The outcome and the response socially is going to be completely different.
That's fact.
So-
Halle Berry went and did that
I
thing
feel
on
like
the
his
red carpet
audience
Yes.
last
I
week.
feel like
Yes.
his,
When he kissed that woman's husband in front of her. and
Let a
said,
man
"Yo,
do that in front of
had
another."
to. Let a man go and do that. And
That's
people
crazy.
would probably call it like sexual assault,
for sure.
or they would just like reprimand him in all type of ways.
Double standards
But
exist.
they're not doing that for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I get that he did do it 20 years ago on stage. I get it. But yo,
I don't
she
think
wasn't
either
in
one
front of her
them were
husband.
married.
She wasn't in front of her husband. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
right there and then. I think context, like when he did it initially, it was like I'm pretty sure she was receiving or was on stage at the award. It was like more of a formal thing. This was like, yo, buddy, they're on the carpet and her man's right there. Or you get what I'm saying? His wife is right there. So I'm like, oh, the context is a little different.